Welcome to Play by Play Sports. Today is Monday, January 20th, and today we have my college football national championship prediction, my NFC and AFC championship prediction, along with the Super Bowl prediction and news coming from the NFL. So let's just jump right into it. Okay, so the first thing that I want to start with today is my prediction for the national championship between Notre Dame and Ohio State. I know that both defenses for both teams are like 1 and 2. I think Ohio State is 1 and Notre Dame is 2. So I know it's going to be a defensive battle, but lately, with the way Ohio State's been playing since their loss to Michigan, I feel like they have the best chance of winning this game. I think it comes down to coaching and defense, and I think Ohio State's got the better of those two. Ryan Day and his staff has really figured it out since losing to Michigan to end the regular season. They've been playing the way they should have been playing all season in the playoffs. So I believe strongly that Ohio State will take care of business today or tonight and win the national championship. Surely I hope Ryan Day has also kept his receipts from everybody calling for him to be fired after that game against Michigan. I know that was not a good game for Ohio State, but he's figured it out. I think just the way they've played during these playoffs just shows how great of a team they are, and I think that they'll win the national championship no problem. Not taking away anything from Notre Dame. They've played really well all season. They had that tough loss against Northern Illinois the beginning of the season, but they've really figured it out. Marcus Freeman's got Notre Dame looking great. I think they'll be right back in the same place again next season. I just think that Ohio State's the better team, but we will see. Hopefully my prediction is right. As a quick kind of prediction of the national championship, I think Ohio State's going to handle it just fine and take care of business. They just look all around like the better team. Watching Penn State and Notre Dame, Notre Dame had some injuries in that game, offensive line. I just think that Ohio State's defense will be too much for Notre Dame, and they'll have some problems moving the ball. I could be very wrong in saying that, but I just think Ohio State's too good. Okay, so moving on to my prediction for the AFC Championship, which is between the Chiefs and the Bills. Hopefully my prediction comes true because I really want this to happen. I think there's no more deserving team to make it to the Super Bowl than the Buffalo Bills. They haven't been in the Super Bowl in forever. They haven't won the Super Bowl. I think Josh Allen has been playing lights out. This is the best I've seen him play. Obviously, he seems like the MVP this year. I'm very annoyed of Kansas City and everybody just loving Mahomes, and everything he does is just absolutely magnificent and miraculous and all of that. They're trying to win third Super Bowl, but I need Josh Allen to be the savior for America. I think America needs Josh Allen to knock Kansas City down a few pegs and really show them how great Buffalo is. I mean, their offense has been playing great. Josh Allen is absolutely the MVP. Their defense played really well against the Ravens last night. Cook, heck of a running back there. Joe Brady's got that offense cooking right now. For real, I mean, they're really great. So my prediction for the AFC Championship is Buffalo's moving on to the Super Bowl. I just think Josh Allen this time is too much for Kansas City. As long as the refs don't interfere, I think that Buffalo has a great chance of getting to the Super Bowl the way they've been playing. So yeah, that's quickly the AFC Championship prediction. Moving on to the NFC, I have the Eagles coming out of the NFC. I know that Washington has been playing really good as of late in the playoffs. Jaden Daniels looks like the offensive rookie of the year, which I'm sure he will be, the way they have been playing. Their whole entire coaching staff has gotten playing really good. Their defense is great. They took care of business against the Lions. The Lions kind of shot themselves in the foot with turnovers, and unfortunately they had injuries too, which you can't really control. But, I just think the Eagles are way too much for the young team in Washington. I think Washington will be a real problem going forward in the NFC as long as Jaden Daniels keeps playing the way he's been playing. They have a lot of positive things to take away from this season. We're way ahead of where I thought they would be, especially the first year with new coaches and a rookie quarterback. I didn't really see that happening right away for them, but shout out to them for being able to do that. So yeah, I have the Eagles and the Bills in Super Bowl 59. It's kind of tough because the Eagles have been here before in the Super Bowl. They have Saquon Barkley, who looks terrific as well. He ran all over the Rams. He's really ran all over everyone this whole entire season. Again, they've been here. The Bills haven't. I just think Josh Allen will be too much for the Eagles. I know that the Eagles have a really good defense. As long as Josh Allen plays the way he's been playing all season, especially going into Kansas City, where it's going to be a really tough game, I think they'll come out just fine and be able to play the Eagles in the Super Bowl. You have to, stop Saquon. Their whole team is good. I mean, offensively, they have a really great team. Defensively, one of the best in the NFL. But personally, I just think that it is Josh Allen's time. I think it's Buffalo's time. Buffalo deserves the Super Bowl more so than any other team that I can think of, honestly, that are in the playoffs right now. I would have loved to see Lions Bills Super Bowl. I thought that would be really cool, but that didn't happen, But Josh Allen needs to save America from the Chiefs winning a third Super Bowl. It's going to be hard in Kansas City. The refs will probably be against you. The fans are against you. But America is backing you, Josh Allen, and we need you in the AFC Championship. We need you to save us. Please save us, Josh Allen. I know you can do it. You'll be fine. He's been playing lights out all season. I don't see why this is not his time right now against the Chiefs. I think it's his time. So I have the Bills raising the Lombardi Trophy in the Super Bowl. the odds are kind of stacked against them with the refs and the Chiefs, and being on the road, it's tough. Arrowhead gets super loud. Uh, Personally, I just think it's Josh Allen's time. The way he's been playing all season really makes me think that it's his time this year. Um, so, yeah, those are quick kind of my AFC and NFC Championship predictions along with the Super Bowl. I think the Bills take the Super Bowl over the Eagles. Um, we'll see. Time will tell, I guess. Hopefully, the refs don't interfere with Kansas City and the Bills. I know Josh Allen's luck. He's like 0 for 3 in the AFC championship games against Mahomes. It's honestly has to be the hardest place to play in the NFL, especially in January in the playoffs. Kudos to all the Chiefs fans for bringing the noise and being passionate fans. It's just annoying to hear all of media talk about how great Patrick Mahomes is and how is going to win a third Super Bowl and how he's better than Tom Brady maybe, or he's not. We're not sure. But the media just loves him. Kansas City loves him. I don't love him. I'm very annoyed. I think the rest of the NFL fans are annoyed. It's just tough to watch and listen to everybody talk about him throwing a ball into the dirt, and he meant to do that because he's just so great. That's kind of how I feel. It's annoying. They've won enough Super Bowls now. They don't need a third one. It's time for Josh Allen to get his one time, at least. Anybody but the Chiefs, honestly. That's truly how I feel at this point. I don't care if it's the Eagles or the Commanders or the Bills. Anybody but the Chiefs. Honestly, I don't care. I would like for the Bills to win. I think they deserve a Super Bowl championship the most out of any of these teams remaining in the playoffs. Truthfully, that's how I feel. But yeah, those are my predictions for that. Moving on to kind of breaking news in the NFL. Ben Johnson gets hired as the new head coach for the Chicago Bears. Thank God. I think they finally got someone who can, coach Caleb Williams the correct way, run the offense the correct way. I think he's going to be a great coach for the Bears. I think them throwing all their chips in on Ben Johnson was the right move to do. I think the whole city of Chicago would agree with that. It's time that the Bears have a good team and a good coach. I know they shouldn't even have had Eberflus the beginning of the season. They should have fired him last year. I think it was absolutely ridiculous that they brought him back. It made no sense. I don't know. It's kind of hard to say what they were really thinking there. But they did the right thing in firing him. Unfortunately, they didn't do it when they should have at the end of last season or the beginning of last season. They should have fired him. We don't want him. But anyway, they hire Ben Johnson today. I have some stats here. From 22 to 24 total yards per game is first. His offense ranked first. Yards per play, he averaged 6, which is third in the NFL. Passing yards per game, 258, which is first in the NFL. Rushing yards, 136.8, which would be fifth in the NFL. Those are just kind of quick numbers of his offense the last few years. I mean, his offense really kind of speaks for itself. You can see it. What the Lions have been able to do the last few years is I mean, it's great for them. It's fantastic to have that kind of offense coming to Chicago. I mean, this kind of person, Ben Johnson, coaching young franchise quarterback. It feels good if he's able to do that with Jared Goff. Then the sky's the limit. And what him and Caleb Williams could do. It's exciting. It normally is exciting when things like this happen in the off season. You get your hopes up, and then they just seem to come crushing back down on you, which is really sad. But I'm being very optimistic this time around with Ben Johnson. He's pulling his staff together. I just saw that he hired the former Saints coach as his defense coordinator, I believe. We'll see what other moves he makes. But this was kind of the most important thing that I wanted to talk about today, and the most exciting thing for me, at least, is seeing Ben Johnson being named the new head coach for the Bears. I think this is a huge step in the right direction. Hopefully him and Caleb are in Chicago for a very long time, winning games. I believe that they can. If he can get any of these numbers that I read off here to transition from Detroit to Chicago, I think they're going to have a ton of success. It's, again, very exciting to see this. I think there's going to be a lot of success moving forward. We just you gotta really coach Caleb up, which I think he'll do, and you gotta add a few more pieces to the offensive line. Maybe draft Ashton Jeanty this year. I think that would help the offense a lot, especially with Rome Odunze and DJ Moore. I think that offense would be quite unstoppable. They already have a good defense, so honestly, there's not a ton of pieces that they have to add defensively. I think more on the offensive side of the ball, mainly the offensive line, is where I see they need the most help. I mean, if Ashton Jeanty is there at 10, I, again, don't know why you would want to pass on him. I think he'd be a huge piece for this offense. I kind of said it in my last video when I went over the first 10 picks in this draft. I think if he's there, it's kind of hard to pass on him. But you also need offensive line. I mean, if they take a tackle, I don't know what else, how that would work, because they need mainly interior offensive line. So I think you go with the running back there at 10. I think that would be the smartest move. But this was just kind of a quick, exciting video for me, mainly breaking down that Ben Johnson is the new head coach for the Chicago Bears. It's a bright day in Chicago. This feels really good for the Bears as an organization. As a fan, it feels really good. I think this was the best move that the Bears could have made, is throwing all their chips in at Ben Johnson and hiring him as your next head coach. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. My next video is going to be the next 10 picks of this year's upcoming draft. I think 11 through like 20 or 21. I'm going to do that one on Thursday, so stay tuned for that one. Again, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one.